This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 1273 of Horse Daily, your almost everyday morsel of helpful hints, useful facts, and practical techniques for horse folks. Brought to you today by Dr. Rose's Remedies. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is an excerpt from the monthly Training with Mary Kitzmiller episode on Horses in the Morning, right here on Horse Radio Network. This time, Mary takes on a listener question about training donkeys. And we'll get right to our tip after this from Dr. Rose's Remedies. Dr. Rose DeLiva, developer of Dr. Rose's Skin Treatment Salve and Spray, saw a need for a natural, safe alternative to steroids to help the plethora of skin issues she was seeing in her veterinary practice. She combined the best all-natural ingredients known for their healing properties to create Dr. Rose's Skin Treatment Salve and Spray. Neither product contains any artificial colorings or preservatives, and both are steroid and gluten-free. Both products are antiviral, antifungal, and antiseptic, as well as anti-hemorrhagic and anti-inflammatory. They also cool and nourish the skin, help to heal burns and lacerations, and surgical incisions. Here at the Horse Radio Network, we use Dr. Rose's on all manner of cuts and scrapes on our horses, and we have found it most effective to keep our horses from getting scratches on their pasterns during periods of heavy dew. You can find Dr. Rose's Skin Treatment Salve and Spray at Dover Saddlery stores or go online to drrosesremedies.com. That's drrosesremedies.com.
Denise asked, how do I get a donkey to do anything in capital letters with question marks? So I'll throw that open to both of you.
So let me tell you something about donkeys and long ears. If you feel pretty confident in your horse training abilities and you want to expand your education, get yourself a mule, because I think that's graduate work for horse trainers. And then you feel pretty good about mules. You feel like you're pretty hot stuff and you can get mules to do stuff. Then go and get yourself a donkey. And there's an adage that a few people have said. I know Pat Purley, for one, has said it, and I think it may have come from Ray Hunter, Tom Dorrance, but they'll say the way that you should train a horse is the way you must train a mule. And I would say even more so with a donkey. And the reason that donkeys are quote unquote stubborn, I don't think they're stubborn. I think they've outsmarted their person, is they don't have as nearly the fight instinct that a horse does. They don't have the stamina. They can't run a million miles away at the first sign of danger and then think about it later. They have to conserve their energy. So something happens in front of them. They really have to think, is this a mountain lion or is it a plastic bag? So they're very thoughtful animals. They're very careful with their energy. They're very careful with themselves. They have a very high sense of self-preservation. So to get working with a donkey, you have to try really hard to convince them you have their best interest at heart. And my biggest training tip on donkeys is do not resort to escalating pressure. It works with horses most of the time. It'll even work with a mule. You might get away with it with a donkey for about a second. And by escalating pressure, I mean I'm trying to get my donkey in the trailer. So I wave the rope and he doesn't do anything. So then I go get the flag and I'm flopping him with the flag and nothing happens. So then I go get a stick. And so then, it's like an arms race. You just keep getting bigger and bigger. The donkey their instinct, if they can't flee, is to shut down and just take it. And sometimes there'll even be a little bit of fight to them. And I have seen donkeys take an immense amount of pressure from people who didn't know what they were doing, and they'll just shut down. You won't win that way. And so just tons of patience. You are going to change your ideas a lot. So something that may have worked with a million different horses, you try it with a donkey, you're going to have to backtrack and say, okay, this isn't working. What else can I do? You're going to be very creative in your training. And then you're also going to learn to take what little they give you in the beginning and make a huge deal out of it and reward big time, give them breaks. So I say be patient, short training sessions, don't escalate pressure.
Well, there you have it. You can find links to today's guests as well as lots more tips at horsetipdaily.com. Make sure to have all of your favorite Horse Radio Network shows with you wherever you go by downloading the free Horse Radio Network app for your iPhone or Android. Just go to your app store and search Horse Radio Network. And you can also subscribe via iTunes. And thanks again to our sponsor, Dr. Rose's Remedies. You can find them online at drrosesremedies.com. This is Coach Jen, and I'll be back again soon with another tip. So until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements made by guests on the Horse Tip Daily. Please use your own judgment when listening to the tips on this show.